South Sudanese women in the market
mm,
with the few men who came with their product.
mm.
So I was so happy. But when we look on the social media platform, there was no any awareness about that.
Sure, sure.
Yes.
Uh, yeah, thank you very much. Thank you very much, Mr. John, for that comment and question. Now, to start with the first question, like sometimes how do how do social media managers or strategists work with NGOs? Like for example, it could be program managers or technical experts. As I've said earlier, the roles of social media are very clear as a social media manager or as someone who understands social media. And then you would assume, or I would assume, when an organization or a business consider a social media strategy, we also assume their objectives are very clear. For example, one of the reasons would be maybe to make awareness based on something. For example, it could be about maybe family planning or reproductive health, something like that. It could be something like that. So now you, as a social media manager, of course, you would always have skills or techniques of communicating whatever information available. So what will happen is that those program managers or the technical expert will always have the information, will always have, they will have them in different ways. And then there you would find, a ways of communicating, these messages, in a way that they interact with the people that you are targeting. So your role as a social media manager is to communicate the values or the importance of those informations that the organization has based on the objectives. You communicate them in a way that it will achieve the results at the end. Uh, like for example, when I was working with Amana South Sudan, one of the objectives was to have weekly webinars. So this is what happened. My program manager was Mr. Kaunda. He would give me the details of, for example, the facilitators' kind of details in terms of name, the topic, and then the date, the time. These are some of the details, the picture. These are some of the details that he would send me. Now I would have these details and I put them in graphic. Normally, always I don't go with the pictures that they send me. What I will do, if I would go to your Facebook page, for example, Mr. Ojara, if you are the facilitator, I will go to your page. I will look for a suitable picture that will match, you know, the graphic layout that I'm working on. As long as it's your picture, but I need something that will match because maybe the photo that they send you may not be. See? So these are some of the tactics that because at the end of the day, you need something that will stand out. So now you go, if there are pictures in your platform, I will get I will get the best that I believe this picture can support the message that I'm trying to sell. So I would design the graphic very well based on those informations. I would generate a link. I would develop a copywriting copy, and then I would send it to him. He reviews it, and then I share it. Now I do the distribution. Even I share some contents in this platform. So like always, you need to you project the values of the organizations to the platform in a way that it will achieve the objectives of the organizations. And for you to to do that, you need to go through. you need to go through a professional course. Yeah, this one is okay, but it's not enough, to be honest. This one is not enough. There are some platforms outside. There is one of the platforms is called Udumi. We will look at it tomorrow. Udumi is a very nice platform. It's a platform that I learned through, and then you need to pursue that from professional point of view so that you can fit in the system of those organizations as you mentioned. So for the first part of the question, that's what I can tell you. Now coming to the second part where you said regarding the recent activity in your career. To be honest, even me, I did not come across that. I was shocked when I was passing by, and then there was too much jam. And then surprisingly, I realized there is a there is a very big event. And normally, this is what happened. Social media is a choice. Sometimes you may have a plan, but if you don't choose social media to be part of your plan, then however big the plan may be, it cannot be as effective as it would be in the platform. So those people in the planning process, they did not they did not make the social media strategy part of their strategies. So, but it does not mean that there are no social media, strategists or managers in South Sudan. They are there, but it's someone's choice. It's someone. So social media is a choice. Sometimes you may have a very very small program or project, but if you have a concrete social media strategy you need, it will look different platform than than how it looked physically. I remember before I worked with Crown Hotel, I went to them. I went to them asking for if I can help them with social media, management services, because I've seen their contents like they need something to be fixed. So I went to them, but they rejected me physically. They said, no, and then a month and a half later, they called me through my social media platform, through my business page. They called me. I went to them. They showed me things that they wanted to achieve and why they wanted social media, and I gave them some of the suggestions that we can do in order to make those go well, and and we work like up to now. I'm still working with them. They're happy with the results, and so sometimes it depends on how you value the strategy. Yeah, when you value the strategy in social media, you can be seen as something valuable. But if you don't value social media, even though it's a huge event like the way you've seen it, but the social media strategy was not part of the plan, it cannot be seen on the platform like that. So thank you. Otherwise, your observation is very well. Thank you very much. I hope I have answered you, Mr. Oja.
Yeah, I'm surprised.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Any question, any comment, any clarification that you would want to, social media, it's a very interesting topic, and it's very rich in terms of where we are heading, and also in terms of how valuable it is. So it's something very worth considering in every plan or in everything that we do.
Yes, Mr. Ray, this is
Yeah,
Ojara again.
yeah, yeah.
I believe I'm not dominating the
No, no,
discussion.
no, it's okay. Yeah,
Yes. At the same time, I'm also a lecturer for
Uh,
communication.
okay.
Yes. I don't know how can we adapt this to be one of the subunits in the communication, especially in the marketing communication.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, social media, it falls under communication because like the content that are created, like whatever goes out there in the media, it goes in form of communication. You see, maybe like so. I think it's they are very they are very similar. The only difference is how we perceive them. For example, uh, someone may look at social media as something that is different from communication, just because he doesn't like he look at communication only at certain perspective, but not also those communications they function in digital platforms more than any other platform. So social media and communication, they always go hand in hand. But the only difference is that we are not, as I've said earlier, we are not like things to do with digital. Still, we are very behind, and even like even these days, if you look at most of the communication adverts that organizations make, uh, they always like social media or digital. They will always have that, social media. I mean, it's communication either in social media platform or digital platform. It's always there, and I'm not sure currently if a communication officer, for example, can be employed without any digital skills or without any social media skills. It's very hard if I'm not mistaken. It's very hard because most of NGOs or companies that realize the role of digital communication, and digital communication is the most effective communication. As you see now, the attention or the number of people are always in digital platforms, and these are the people that you communicate to, you know, as as an organization or even as an institution like learning institutions. Like now, uh, the universities that are spending a lot of money in social media, you know, strategies like an advert for the UK or Uganda, Kenya, would appear here consistently. So they have realized that communication in social media is more effective than an old way of communication. So communication and social media, when you combine them, that's I think it's a form effective communication if I'm not mistaken. Thank you, Mr. Ojara. I hope I've also answered you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Mm,
Yeah,
okay.
that's a very good contribution from, or rather, a question from Mr. Ojara. Right now, content or syllabus, school syllabus that was in 2019 or 18 might lack something especially related to social media. So that means there is so much changes in terms of what we should need to adjust. The syllabus or the content of the programs you are offering the learners. So social media is one of those which is really inevitable and has to find its way into the syllabus, especially now in this case, communication and marketing, because you cannot do communication in this contemporary society without the social media, right? So it is. Something that is worth considering and should be really significant to have it included in the programs which are offered right now at the higher institutions of learning. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Guy, for that contribution. So, uh, generally, digital programs or I mean communication in most cases it works effectively in digital platforms. Uh, uh, Mr. Mr. Emmanuel Vida, you seems to be back, if I'm not mistaken. So at this juncture, please, in case if there is no anyone with question, comment, or maybe a point of clarification, I think we will call it a day. So please, if you have something there before we call it a day, then it will be good.
Thank you, Francis Ring, for all
Yes.
the facilitator for the presentation. We hope God protect us, and then we continue with the tomorrow part.
Mm,
Uh, I think Bida has got some challenges or other
yeah.
commitment,
Yeah.
yeah, because he's not responding.
Mm,
Uh, on the behalf of the team, I believe we have learned a lot. We need more research to be done so that at least we increase on our capacity in the area of social media platform, and then how we can start creating some of them. And the same
mm,
time, as I mentioned, I say I'm a lecturer, also an entrepreneur, but I'm looking at how I can start posting some of my products in form of
mm,
video. I
mm,
believe we need also some of us who are not also specialized in editing, we need to go and acquire some skill in editing and Photoshop so that our
mm,
product can reach also our audience, not consumers outside there.
mm.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Ojala,
Yes.
for that comment, and hopefully in tomorrow's session we will cover most of the practical part of social media, and it will be very interesting. Thank you for the comment.
And
Thank you, everyone. Mm,
and also if we could share us with the other platform which can give us the capacity, how we can build our own capacity
yeah,
or other
yeah,
institutions which can do
yeah,
that, and then
yeah,
how to analyze uh, followers on the social media also, it will be very good.
yeah. We will get into those, especially if you are interested in social media. There are some platforms that you would now get more skills than here. But yeah, I will highlight those platforms tomorrow, and I will give them to you, like the link, whoever will be interested. There are so many there are so many skills in those platforms, not only social media. There are so many different skills that you may even like you may get something that you are interested in more than social media unknowingly. So these are things that we will. These are some of the tips that we will share tomorrow. Otherwise, thank you very much, Mr. Guy. Mr. Guy, I appreciate the contribution that he's been making. Uh, and thank you, everyone. On my side, I thank you. I thank you very much for making it up to this point. Thank you very much, Mr.
Thank you
Guy. I
too. Thank
think
you too, Irene.
I give it over to you, and from there we will now call it a day.
Right, right. Thank you so much, everyone who has kept it up to the end of this informative session. I would like to appreciate you for your commitment towards supporting this initiative, which is truly free of charge to people who are really committed to learning and improving the organizations and companies. So let us meet tomorrow once again here, and so that we listen to the other the aspect, the second part of the presentation, which will be delivered tomorrow by Francis. So thank you all, and we can have a blessed Saturday afternoon. So we can just be ending the call at our end. Yeah.
Thank you, everyone. Have a good day.